Why is it that?
Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Murray drives in, kicks it to George. Both of these teams, Grant, very efficient, striping it from distance. You know they're going to let it fly tonight.
Let it fly indeed, B.A. Get your popcorn ready because there's going to be a lot of shooting from downtown. Both these teams have great shooters, very efficient. They move the ball. They use the three-point line to their advantage. So if you want to see a lot of scoring, a lot of great shooting, this is the matchup to watch.
Spread it out, let it rip. Grant, the three-pointer becoming a devastating part of Paul George's arsenal.
And what's fascinating, about half of his shots coming from long range, and he still seems to make them at an elite level.
To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Lowry with it. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to Curry. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Lowry. Now here's Smart. Back to George. There's the drive. Randall pulls down the board.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Randall's got room. And he buries his first look. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Kicks it to George. Beyond the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely. Great release. Big time shot there.
The shot by Towns. No good.
It's never easy from that distance. But we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just a step too far.
Now here's Murray. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Adebayo, that's good.
You just wonder where Jamal Murray is going to go. This guy is a terrific combo guard.
Outside Barrett. To the paint. Here's Randall. Unable to get that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. George outside. Pass to Adebayo. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Adebayo's gotten his second bucket of the game. The Clippers trail. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Smart. He goes.
Oh, wow, what a play.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG. That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Murray's shot is good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Well, throughout his career, Kyle Lowry has been fantastic on defense. As tenacious as a defender as they come, Grant.
B.A., one of my favorite players in the league. I mean, of course, Lowry's small, but has a low center of gravity. Bigger guards can't move him, and he can stay with all the smaller guards, too. Lowry's elite when it comes to taking charges.
Now here's Curry. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. A shot to stop the drought.
And whether it's the defensive effort or just bad offense, they're holding their opponent to a very low field goal percentage.
George outside. On the take. Timeout called, the Hawks. Lowry gets doubled. Shot clock at 6. And he'll draw the foul. We'll head to the line for 2.
What's interesting, Bam Adebayo grew up in a single-wide trailer home in Pinetown, North Carolina. Now, of course, living with his mother, he made it his mission to get her out of that trailer and into a better life.
And for motivation, Adebayo told us he kept a picture of that trailer hanging in his locker, adorning the home screen on his phone, its address written on his shoes.
And what motivation that was, and of course, seeing how far he's come. Now, he said that trailer is where I got the ambition, the anger. If we had a better life, I wouldn't be here. That trailer made me.
Now here's Towns. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Oh, he can't stop the run as that misses.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Curry from deep three-point land. And the Clippers miss again. The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game. 1 minute left in the first quarter here. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And again, it's Clippers missing. And the Hawks with possession here. Pass to Adebayo. Wide open look. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
George drives in. And George with the jam.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
There's 25 seconds left in the first. "15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 5 to shoot. From deep. That shot, no good. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the buzzer beater. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we got a... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Boy, a very convincing performance so far from the Hawks.
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And the three-pointer goes.
A really good focus from RJ there. I think that improves his percentages.
Murray is doubled. Back to Adebayo. They kick it out to Murray. Adebayo sets a screen. Takes the three. Murray's shot is good. Murray's got 11 points. Boy, in terms of global influence, Grant, it's amazing to see how popular the NBA has become all over the world.
NBA, it's incredible how this game has grown and had the influence all over the world, as you said. I mean, I always say the NBA is an amazing global marketing and public relations firm. And to be able to sell and market the talent of the players and teams on a global stage is incredible. Hey, even you and I, we could go anywhere in the world and people are going to know who we are because of our association with the NBA. How about that?
I'll agree with half of that statement. Now here's Adebayo. Give him 8 points now. And he drives in. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, Adebayo's an aggressive player who plays with passion. Have to as an undersized center in this league.
Barrett can't hit. Oh, and the dunk by George.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. George's shot is off. And here are the Clippers now. Pass to Randall.
My life is starting to look like a completed bucket list. You know you if you're gonna I exist. I feel like I'm 6 foot tall whenever you stand next to me. Yeah, my schedule's packed. I got a pool I haven't swam in it. Like, yeah, I'm on a day. We washing Versace, she loving it. Like, hey, yeah, hey, I like to keep my days affordable. Like, hey, yeah, hey, that's why I got on Fortune's order.
We've got the Hawks here in Atlanta with an interconference matchup today. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. The Clippers looking for a strong start. To this road trip.
And I
think it's an important game. They only faced this club twice this season, and you mentioned that loss in the first one. You hate to get swept in a season series.
That has to be in the back of their minds, at least a little bit. So we'll see if they add any wrinkles to their schemes in this one.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
And Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that. And they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Pass to Towns. Outside for Curry. 4 on the shot clock. Van Vliet wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred Van Vliet ready and willing.
Outside Lowry. And George, here we go. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. He and his assistants are trying to figure out ways to run Paul George off of the three-point line. Coach said even though George is a good passer, he's an elite shooter. He'd rather force him into making plays for others. This is the kind of problem that a superstar presents every night. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Barrett. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Stolen by Smart. The deep three from George. Atlanta again missing. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride. The rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Adebayo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
An outstanding athlete for a player of his huge build. Adebayo will bang and bump with the best of them.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Wide open look here for Murray. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
To the middle. Here's Towns. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Barrett for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions. Because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The Clippers in the lead. Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. Outside for Curry. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Hawks. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the 10.
It's Barrett on the wing. They double him with Adebayo. Pass to Towns. And he uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got a second bucket tonight.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here is Lowry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Count the basket.
Off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Outside Curry. Pass to Towns. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Towns has got his third basket of the night. The Hawks trailing. Inside. Adebayo with the ball. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Here's Randall. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now, here's Lowry. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Adebayo with the screen. Shot clock at 5. It's Smart with the drive.
How about Randall with the send it back block? Nicely done, Julius.
.54 seconds left in the first. It's Barrett on the wing. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Fouled by Murray. Here's Randall. Lays it up and banks it in.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Adebayo with a screen to the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
There is an imagination of creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Towns up top. Paul George with the steal. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
The three from George. That shot no good. Barrett inside the three-point line.
Well, I'll tell you, his anticipation, one of the things that sets Kyle Lowry apart on the defensive end, he read that play the entire way.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the LA Clippers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Here's Los Angeles now.
In the summer of 2018, Karl Anthony Towns signing that 5-year, $158 million max contract.
Greg, given that he has a reputation of being frugal, that may last him a while. Consider after he was drafted, for a while, he didn't own a car. He actually walked around Minneapolis. Now, that can be a little cold in those chilly winter months.
Clock is at 3. Curry, good.
My goodness, the pure shooting stroke of Steph Curry. It's the envy of every NBA player.
Adebayo the screen. Murray outside. Drives to the hoop. And it's Murray with the chance.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Adebayo the screen. Murray with it. Out defended by Randall. Shoots the three. And it's Jamal Murray with the three. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle screens for the Hawks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
Outside, George. All alone. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Curry's shot is off. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Now, here's George. He's got 9. Murray left side. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Barrett. It's stolen by Adebayo. George with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
Down low. Here's Towns.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Outside for Murray. They set the screen in the corner. George with it. Off target from outside.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. George with the ball. 13 points in the game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Curry, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. The kick out to Towns. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Towns has got 13.
Boy, pure dominance from Karl Anthony Towns. This guy is a go-to. Legit scorer with multiple weapons. Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Here's George. 15 points in the game.
A
Adebayo the screen. There's the triple. Shot clock reset for the Hawks. Another shot. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
It's Curry outside. Now Towns. He's got 13. Randall outside. 5 on the clock. Van Vliet outside. And they'll turn over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Atlanta. They're on an 18-5 run here. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Well, we know that Paul George understands there's a certain point in the game when he's got to take over, and he's doing it now.
Pass to Towns. Outside for Randall. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
And George, here we go. Smart, wide open, he fires. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's Atlanta. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. We'll take it. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Hawks lead by 11. And George, here we go. Here we go. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on R.J. Barrett. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Pass to Randall. On deep. He can't get that one to fall. It's the Hawks ball. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Murray, no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Randall with the bucket.
Well, Julius Randle has put in time to grow his ability to make three-point shots. Nice delivery.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early. But Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA. And that, to me, is where he can make his mark.
Hands it from downtown.
Really enjoy seeing Murray operate in these types of situations, just keeping his composure and draining the high-pressure shots.
Tipped away. Curry with the steal. For 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
The drive by Lowry. Outside for Murray. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Here's Murray. 8 points for him. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Murray's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
Gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
And here is Curry. He has 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And there's the foul. It's on Town. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. George with the bucket.
Now, Paul George able to keep that shot high in the air. This is a dangerous long-range bomber.
Clippers trailed by 17. Curry with it. Outguarded by Smart. Three-pointer. And Stephen Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
That shot wide open. George has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Atlanta. Fires from deep. Murray outside. From deep three-point range, it falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
Curry outside. Atlanta with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college.
I need the money and clothes, the flashy cars and the jewels. All these rappers is screw, flashing lights and I pose on the road to give you my soul. Hold on, all the fans screaming names ain't